Yo, good evening, people. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. This won't be the longest stream in the world. There's not massive amounts to report. If you're an Arsenal fan, that is anyway. The transfer window is up and running though for a good majority of Premier League teams. Premier League teams are guilty of spending £315 million so far this window. I know Chelsea have caused and been responsible for most of this so far. But it's amazing when you look across Europe. France, they've spent under £10 million. That's a combined total. PSG in France, you have to think about that. In Germany, they've spent under £15 million. In Spain, they've spent, I think, about £17.5 million. You've got Real Madrid, you've got Barcelona in Spain, amongst others. And then you just get this mad gap. Like, the biggest spenders across Europe is the Spanish league, or second biggest spenders across European football is the Spanish league on £17 million. And then you get this one fuck you of a gap, another £300 million basically on top. And then you get where the Premier League is. And then you wonder why people say the Premier League is in fact the best league in the world. Shouts out to Yui, bruvs. Sunday is now massive, huge, humongous. Thank God to Crystal Palace. What a free kick by Aloisi, by the way. Decent little player. I think that's like his first, second, I don't know, or something goal of the season. He's not a goal scorer. If he was to add some goals, because he seems to have a tricky little cross on him as well. Like, he's a decent footballer, man. I don't know if he's quite that Arsenal level. I don't know if Arsenal need anyone. We've got Reece Nelson. But, yeah, as I said, if you're an Arsenal fan, there isn't mad amounts of gossip, information, whatever, to be really talking about. Like, it's kind of dead. Do you really believe the Moussa Diarby bid? I'm not really into this Moussa Diarby bid. Grievo, what's going on? Obviously, I haven't really spoke to you since the failed bid from Mikhailo Mudryk, bruv. Chelsea pulled our pants down once again. Shouts out to Lee Akers. Good, this is getting interesting. We're getting some of the people I like to talk about football in the building. So first question I'm going to ask, how real is this bid for Moussa Diarby? Question number 2, Grievo, UE, Lee Akers so far. Do you actually want Moussa Diarby? If it's going to be a fee, question number 3, if it's a fee to about 65 or 70 million pound, wouldn't you have rather just paid the 62 million euros up front that Shakhtar wanted, which Chelsea did? 62 million euros or 62 million pounds. Sorry, 62 million pounds, 62 and a half. Let's get precise. And had just done the deal more properly and more sensibly, without this idiotness of add-ons. You must win the Champions League. How many years in a row? You must win the league title. The guy must win the Ballon d'Or. Shakhtar must have been thinking, do you know what, Arsenal? Are you taking a fucking piss? Like, we know you're a big club, but mates, come on. We are signing no one. There's Lee's positive note for today. We are signing nobody. And this note, so again, as I said, listen, Spain, £17.5 million. Germany, £15 million. France, Ligue 1 have spent £9.7 million between them. And then the gap of £315 million. £315 million has been spent by Premier League clubs. Obviously, zero. I can see you. Zero, Grievo, has been spent by Arsenal. Neither am I. Now, there's a couple of reasons. Number 1, he plays in Germany, so did Jadon Sancho. Number 2, he plays in Germany, so did Said Kolasinac. Number 3, he plays in Germany, and I don't trust Germany. So there's my first reasons for not really being massively keen on Moussa Diarby. What else can I say about Moussa Diarby? He's French, yeah? He's nowhere near the French squad, and when you think in terms of some of the wingers they've had in the past, like, do you know what I mean? I don't think the people at the World Cup were of this mad intense quality that should have just kept Diarby on the sidelines like a backup dancer. People like, I suppose, Osman Dembele, obviously, yeah, you're going to have Mbappe in your team no matter what's going on if you're France. But I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure of the levels that this guy has actually reached for him to have such a massive price tag. And it's a price tag that a rich team should go after. And apparently there is two teams after him, and there is a rich team after him, Newcastle United. You know what I mean? It sounds like the sort of risk Newcastle should make, not really Arsenal Football Club, for me anyway. If we was to fling down £65 million on Musa Diarby, and Shakhtar wanted less than 65, and they wanted 62 and a half English million pounds to complete this deal, obviously of what they call fair and achievable add-ons, I still swing towards this whole Mudrak deal. If you want to start talking about people that have been legitimately linked to the club tonight, like Facundo, good evening, Hazard, Facundo Torres, again, drop me out. Declan Rice, it's funny how Arsenal all of a sudden looking at summer transfers. Like, we haven't even got through this window yet, and we're talking about Declan Rice and all sorts in the summer. Dusan Vlahovic, Declan Rice, exclusive. Arsenal going nutty in the next window. Why? What about this window? We are still like 6, 7, 8 points clear as we stand, as we presently stand at the top of the Premier League. Again, thank God for Crystal Palace getting a 1-1 draw against Man United today. Man United have been steamrolling teams for fun, and I have been watching their emergence of this Eric Ten Hag's Man United. 9 games in a row won. Tonight would have been 10 until the 90th minute, until that stunning free kick by Michael Aloisi. Shouts out to him, most definitely. Shouts out to all the real ones, guys. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Right, first thing I'm going to say before I jump into Premier League news is, has Saliba turned down a contract at Arsenal? I'm not sure about this. I've tried to have a little sniff around it, dig it up, and it's very inconclusive. I'm seeing more sources saying that we've offered him a contract and he might turn it down. But I can't really give you nothing conclusive on Saliba. As you know, Saliba's my guy and I back him 100%. But has Saliba turned down a contract? I can't really give you a yes or no on this. What I can say is, it does appear that we have offered a contract. Whether it comes out in the next day or so, common knowledge that it's been turned down, then very possibly. And I'd say shouts out to Lee Akers on that one, because Lee Akers was the first person that kind of dragged that to my attention sometime this evening. But as far as I know it, nothing's been accepted, rejected, and that's probably not the best of news anyway, because if it was going to be accepted, it would be probably already done. So who knows? Lee Akers could be right on this occasion. But I will jump into the Premier League news. His YouTube doesn't look great. Seems a power pacey player. Yes, I don't know. But for me, he has moments at very best. Like, if I have the unfortunate, whatever, I must have been bored and locked into Bundesliga Weekly or something and started watching some German football. I don't know. You kind of you spot this guy once a month. He's a once a month guy. He comes around. He's like a period for me. He's like a red blob. He's a bit of a blob. He's a bit of a dot that sort of comes around once a month and starts spraying out all kinds of shit that you don't really want to be seeing or dealing with or smelling or fucking with. I don't know. Musa Diaby's just not really for me. Not at that kind of peak. Is there any bargains out there? Arsenal would love a bargain right now. Wilfred Zaha, I don't know. Again, tonight, I've just watched him for 90 minutes and thought he was pretty irrelevant. But then look at the 92nd minute. He was that close to winning the game for Palace. Shouts out to Wan-Bissaka, by the way, who Lee Akers definitely doesn't like, who actually fucking played really well for Man United tonight. He had a very, very solid and consistent 90 minutes. Wan-Bissaka is back, Lee Akers. He fucking played well tonight, and that was one fuck of a challenge. That was a 3-pointer, that one there, Lee. Like, that could have turned a point into fuck all points for Man United. That was that good of a tackle from Wan-Bissaka. I'll watch it back again. Obviously, I went live a few minutes later, but that Wan-Bissaka tackle at the end, fuck me. The January window cost us last season. Unless we do something quickly, it'll cost us again. I'm afraid to say I'm fully in agreement with you. Obviously, you've probably heard what Pep Guardiola said. He isn't massively panicky on asked about if Man City's title chances. He says yes, but it's obvious. What else could he say? He says, listen, we can't really be dropping many more points, but yeah, of course we can catch this Arsenal team. Do you know what I mean? I like the way he didn't say, because a couple of weeks ago he said we literally can't lose anymore. We can't drop another point to catch Arsenal. Now it's like we ain't got many more. We can't afford to drop many more points. Um, I can see Pep feels Arsenal are obviously going to start dropping some points somewhere along this line. Are going to come thick and fast when the Europa League resumes, and we don't have the squad to cope. Exactly. Throw a bit of the FA Cup in there, as we did manage to get through in the third round this year round. And as I said, like that's why it was a blessing winning the League Cup, because then you'd throw in a double header of fucking 2 semi-finals at the League Cup as well, bros. We weren't equipped for all of that. That's why I was pretty delighted right at the start. We got the fuck out of the League Cup. I could see all this happening, Lee. The genius that I am, I could see all this happening. I know. I think there was you. There might have been a geezer that used to come on the stream called Craig. I think Craig was really pissed that day, and I was like, guys, this is a blessing. We haven't got the squad to cope with everything. And after this World Cup, I kept on stressing, after the World Cup, the games would come thick and fast. And when February hit and Europa League come back in, if we still was around or trying to play a final or a semi-final of the worthless cup, and FA Cup up and running, Europa League up and running, and obviously we've hardly got a squad to deal with this title race as it is. What did Hazard say? Sorry, Hazard said something a minute ago. What did Hazard actually say? A great result for us today. We would have whacked United anyways, but bonus with Casemiro missing. Do you know what? That there, I forgot about that. Yes, Casemiro was booked. That was a bit of a mad challenge on Zaha as well. See, there's another bit of the Zaha effect. He worries players and he niggles people into making that kind of challenge. And they're the plus side. They're the bits I like about Zaha. He is factually the most fouled player in the Premier League for whatever reason. Like maybe he's a big cunt, I don't know, but he's the most fouled player in the Premier League. He wins a lot of free kicks. He wins a lot of penalties, and we're getting a little bit better at our sort of free kicks these days. You know what I mean? We've got Odegaard behind a couple of bits and pieces, etc. Why not? Why not? Why not? Going to come thick and fast, right? Apparently, he has Tier 1 source. David Orn said he rejected Ornstein. Shit. Okay. They probably offered small pays. Oh dear. All right, Lieka, shouts out to you. So this is already gathering pace. See, I didn't really see much, and I've heard there's actually 0 on it. So shouts out to Akers, because he's obviously scooped this one up first, and Yuri seems to be making a bit of a fucking. This is not good, is it? So Saliba has rejected a contract at the club. I have to say, I've heard 0 of this, people, and I'm not here to exaggerate, lie, wind up, or stir a pot, as they say. I've heard nothing of this. I've heard we have definitely offered him a contract. I've heard 0 else from there. Insulting terms. This is going to be interesting. It's funny. I don't know. I like the way the CEO of Shakhtar also sort of come out and started, listen, let me just slow a couple of dickheads down that want to start throwing figures around and this and that around. I like the way he kind of went on to whoever's channel it was and kind of started discussing this deal that took Mikhail onwards to Chelsea. Guys, am I going crazy? Have I seen ads on my last 2 videos? Please give the likes on the video. If you haven't seen the last 2, please go and look. They include you, because you might not have been on one of them. So please go and have a look at the last couple of videos, guys. Is AdSense going to start playing again? Or have I just spoken too soon? Could I actually complete a hat-trick tonight? Could there be 3 videos in a row with ads? Dun, dun. I'm sure there couldn't be. I'd almost be dizzy. I'd be spinning like Rob Holding at Old Trafford. White Hart Lane, sorry. Last season, obviously. He's like a period. He is a bit like a period, bruvs. He turns up once a month, bruvs. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. And this is in Germany as well, bruvs. Like, he has 59 goals in about 160, 170 games in Germany. That isn't disgusting for a winger. Yes, I grant you that. But it isn't kind of what Jadon Sancho's doing. And look what Jadon Sancho's doing at Man United now. Psychologically warped or not. I don't know. I don't trust people from Germany. Said Kolasinac, Germany. I don't know. I've got this thing, like, I don't know. If I was a football chairman, I swear to God, there's a couple of countries I would still shop in France, even though we've been bit hard, Pepe. But I would still shop in France. I like France. Italy, oh God, I don't know. There's a 50-50. If the talent looked like a Mudrak, yes, I shop in Italy. If it looked like fucking a Fludrak or a Dusan, no, I don't shop in fucking Italy. Germany, damn, nope. And Holland, I have to say, unless it looked like the second coming of God himself or something, I have to say, if I was a football chairman, I would definitely 10 times out of 10, I would miss Holland when I went shopping. Unless I was going to obviously pick up some weed, I'm definitely adverts. I'm definitely not going to be doing any shopping as a football chairman in Holland. I would take Germany straight off that list as well. Italy's 50-50. And then, yeah, Spain I'd shop in, France I'd shop in, the Premier League I'd shop in, even though it's fucking tasty and expensive. And then I'd be looking into other markets, like the Brazilian market, which Edu, is Edu even Brazil? I swear to God, he's surely Portuguese with a Brazilian passport. Like, what the fuck? Why have we still only signed Marquinhos on this geezer's watch? We've got Wolves pulling out the signings for, what's that geezer now? We've got Chelsea already pulling out Andre Santos this window. There's a lot of these young kids breaking out of Brazil again. And I said this about, 3-4 months ago on this stream. Guys, there's maybe 10, 15 decent names. You may as well look at their YouTube, look at their whatever, look at footballfuckyourself.com, whatever pleases you, whatever you want to, whatever tickles your fancy. But I did say there was 10 to 15. Danilo was in that list. Endrick was in that list. I don't know. I remember one night I named 10, 15 Brazilian kids, and I was like, I wonder why Arsenal haven't even sort of sniffed around none of these. I couldn't tell you if any of them was amazing. Endrick, is going to be a god. Do you know what I mean? Dalmeres, who? Dalmeres? Danilo looked a reasonable footballer. But we're going to see the proof in the pudding at £18 million for Danilo, guys, because Danilo is now in the fucking Premier League, and I love that. And I like the way Nottingham Forest are ballsy, and I like the way they went for it. They're 74th signing of the season, and more incoming. Shouts out to Forest, man, seriously. They're rocking up all kinds of records out here. Not many good ones, but yeah, your mate Zaha was useless. Your mate Zaha was useless. He was, bruvs, but still, he got Casemiro booked, bruvs. He almost won it in the 92nd minute, bruvs. They're the little key things about this Zaha, bruvs. I think he's an interesting footballer. I don't want to say he's not world class. He's an interesting footballer, bros. Like, let's say, even if it was UE that said I would grant Tillemans a squad place at Arsenal, or the same breath I would grant Zaha a squad place at Arsenal. He's not going to be pain in the head. He's not going to be a starter over Saka or Martinelli. No. But yeah, last 20 minutes of games, whatever. Is he world class? No. Is he going to get loads better? He's 30, 31. No. Would he love to play for Arsenal? Would he probably die to play in this shirt? Yes. Could I see it being something calamity like a Pepe deal? No. I reckon if we spent 150 grand a week with him in wages alone and got him on a free, I reckon he would actually give us 2-3 really good seasons, 3.5 good seasons. Do I want to go down the Zaha road? Not really, though. Period. Any player with a bit of strength and acceleration leaves Wan-Bissaka for dead. There. Don't get the Zaha hype. Nah, bro. What are you talking about? Zaha is not slowly. What are you talking? Lee, I'm not the biggest Lee Zaha. I want to call him Lee Zaha for that. I'm not the biggest Lee Zaha fan for out there. Well, I actually am. I quite like Lee Zaha, but he's not slow, bros, and he's not a slouch, bros. I watched the game as well. Like, he's not a slouch. I don't know. No, I think Wan-Bissaka done fucking brilliant to get back at him there. Bro, I'll watch it again before I fucking have a massive fucking have a tear up on the street. I'll watch it back one more time, and I'll fucking inbox you, because no, I don't get that. I think that was a fucking really good tackle by Bissaka. I was only making the point. It wasn't a dig. I was making the point that I think Bissaka had actually a really constructive 90 minutes for Man United, and I think he's a decent right back. That's pretty much all I was getting at. And I think that was a life-saving tackle in the last minute on his old pal Wilfred Zaha. I think if we pay him what he's worth, he'll stay. He seems proper happy. Who? Bruce? Oh, Saliba, obviously, of course. He does seem proper happy. So yes, all right, cool. It's gonna take over 100 grand a week, isn't it? He sat there on 40 grand a week watching El Neni earn more, Erdegaard earn. It doesn't matter. We could name every player in the squad. I mean, every person in the squad actually earned more than him, innit? Unless it was actually the kids. Like, we're going down to Matt Smith and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Marquinhos, shit like that. Nelson, shit like that. But the Rob Holdings, the El Nenis, yeah. The experienced G's of the squad, they earn more than William Saliba, and Saliba must be Sort of like, all right, cool. As long as Arsenal fix all that up for me. They obviously fixed Gabriel Magalusha's contract up and gave him something to dance with. So I'm sure this can be rectified if this is actually going the way it all looks. And shouts out to Akers and Yui on that one, because I had no idea. I would take Trossard for 25 million. Would you really? This is the thing. 25 million pound, bro. In 5 months you can have him for free. Is that financially steady there, bros? Like, tell me 10, 12, 13 million. Cool. Do you know what? We are going for a title and it's probably worth a bit. Guys, would anyone else on this stream take Trossard for 25 million? Interesting question. Daniel has put it out there that he'll take Trossard for 20. Guys, would any of you take Trossard? I certainly wouldn't. I would actually wait till the summer for this guy. Am I turning into actually a proper fucking Arsenal fan that fucking doesn't want any signings and just lacks ambition and, I don't know, trust the process? I don't know. I wouldn't really take Trossard at 25 million. I have to say 0-0. No. Again, is he that kind of squad player that I would like to dip into the squad and say, yo, come off the bench, motherfucker? Probably. I don't think I'd be spending 25 million quid on him, though. See, the problem is, Mr. Daniel, Arsenal don't seem to like spending money. I don't know. Then they think 35 million at Vieira and shut me up, because where the fuck did that come from? That will still always mystify me. I will always still wake up and think, oh, Vieira, 35 mil. Where did that come from? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I had a dream about Vieira. Who knows? But nah, he's too Vieira-ish for me. I don't know. I think he's a big fish in a reasonably small pond, and when he finds himself in a big pond, he's going to become a little goldfish. I don't trust Trossard. I don't know. I like him. I don't trust the prick. Next. We still have ads. Yes. Why don't we have Leroy Sané? Because he's a fucking next one, bruv. He plays also in Germany. That means anything he's done for Bayern Munich, bruvs, half it right now, Premier League terms. What's he done for Bayern Munich? Because I couldn't tell you. I don't know. In saying that, I liked him at Man City, though. He always took the piss out of us as well. I remember when they done us 3-0, home and away that season. If I remember correctly, Leroy Sané had a lot to do in both of them. A lot to do with the final result in both of them games. I think he scored in both games, perhaps, and definitely probably assisted in both games. I know he took the piss out of us at the Emirates. Do you know what I mean? It was nasty. It was disgusting. It was one of them games. I was just delighted I weren't there. You just know you're going to get pounded all around the pitch and slap the fuck up. And you love this club, so I mean, who wants to go and see your club pissed all over? Not really. Because he's mentally weak. Who's mentally weak? William Saliba? I do believe Yui's talking about Saliba. Who are you talking about, Daniel? Who's mentally weak? Oh, Sane. Yeah, possibly. I don't know, bro. See, he's another one. He's. I'm sorry to say, for the second time today, he's a bit like a period. He turns up for me once a month. He's a bit of a blob. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want no one from the Bundesliga. I don't feel the Bundesliga. I'm not feeling it. It scares the shit out of me, side Kolasinac. And I feel sorry for Man United just for Jadon Sancho. And I even give the team that signs Jude Bellingham, I even give them a touch of warning. This guy murked it in Germany. Remember this. But I'm sure he will be fine. He does look levels above. But Liverpool, by the way, are very confident they've got this deal done. We'll get into this in a few minutes, 24 minutes in. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Liverpool do believe they've stolen a march on Jude Bellingham. We will get into this. Arsenal believe they have stolen a march on most of the market, but we're just at the talking stage. That includes people like Zanilo, Moussa Diarby, Real Valladolid, right back. Something could be key in this Real Valladolid deal. The team, Real Valladolid, whatever you want to call them, Real goes sucker Delud. They want the guy back on loan for the rest of the season. I don't think that's the worst idea. We've got two geezers that can play right back. I don't think neither of them are actually right backs, and I don't think either of them are actually natural right backs. But in Benny White, we've got a decent backup dancer right back, and in Tommy Yasu, we've definitely got someone that can play at right back, even with Cedric outgoing. So if we was to, for some reason, sign a right back when we've actually got two people that can play there, and we're trying to win a title, and we've got one striker and two wingers, fuck me, that would be so Arsenal. But if we was to do this, I would say send this geezer back to Real Valladolid for the rest of the season and let him come in at the start of next season. Word on road is this could be done at 15 to 17 million euros. At 18 years old, and from everything I've seen of him, this looks like, again, a bargain. This is going to be surely someone Man City are trying to buy for about 50, 60 million in about 2.5 seasons. But who knows? Wan-Bissaka will handle Martinelli. I hope I'm wrong. Wan-Bissaka was fucking brilliant today. I don't know. I was only saying that because I remember saying there was about a month or two ago. I said in the stream, I goes, Lee, there's worse right backups than Wan-Bissaka out there. I would bring him to Arsenal, perhaps. I don't know if I really meant it, but Lee sort of jumped right there. Yeah! And I don't know. Kind of since I said that, he's been playing really good football. Shouts out to me as usual. I don't know. Since I said it, it seems to have spun that he's doing quite well at Man United. So Liakers, dun dun dun. Always remember me. If I say he's doing good, the bastard is doing good. He might be the bastard for you. He could be the bastard for me. Might not be bastard for you. That's true, Dan. Interesting. I don't trust anyone from Germany, especially if we're talking again Diarby, Sane, and again, shouts out to Zaha. To Zaha today, most definitely, just for fucking with Casemiro and getting him booked, and he will now miss Sunday's game. Man United can appeal to their blue in the face. There's no way of getting away with that one. That was the minimum. The minimum you could put on that was a yellow card. Then, bruvs, Brighton are on the siege, bruvs. Why would they let this guy go, bruvs? We need depth to win the title, all I'm saying. And I totally agree with you, bruvs. I just don't see many deals that are now doable. Even down to this guy, Mintoma. Not a fucking chance. Shall I tell you why, bruvs? Because, bruvs, Brighton right now are on the siege. Trossard could be outgoing. McAllister's flirting with his future. So Salcedo allegedly wants to go Liverpool. And obviously, you've got this geezer. Bruvs, Brighton have got enough dramas. If they're going to start losing Trossard and say Salcedo, let's just say they're not going to add Mintoma and McAllister to that. Do you know what I mean? That will be more something in the summer. They'll try and deal with that problem. You can't just walk into Brighton in January and literally start, right, Arsenal take Mitoma, Liverpool take Salcedo, Chelsea will take Trossard, and West Ham will take McAllister. I'm joking about the West Ham McAllister, but do you know what I mean? That's a bit much for Brighton there, bros. That's going to ruin Brighton Football Club, like, so. And their manager seems half decent, and he seems to be able to talk a half decent game, this De Zerbi. I kind of like what I've seen of this guy so far, and I like what he's done, succeeding Harry Potter at Brighton. So, real talk, I think, I don't know. If they keep 2 out of that 4, I think they're doing well. Rumour Liverpool going to sign Neves end of the window from Wolves. But see, I've been told they badly want Mateus Nunes from Wolves. If they wanted anyone from Wolves, it's actually Mateus Nunes. I don't know what we can believe in this whole transfer thing right now, bros. I've been told Liverpool want a midfielder. Salcedo's number 1, but they're flirting with this Wolves guy. But the Wolves guy has only landed there for, I think, about 35 mil in the summer. And Wolves are going to be like 70, 80, 90. You know how the teams are these days, I think, with add-ons. So, I don't know. But from what I hear, and I do like this guy as well, I think this Mateus Nunes is a good midfielder at Wolves. If I was to now shop at Wolves, I think I'd be swinging just in this Mateus Nunes as well. And I think I'd let Ruben Neves go suck himself off and go to Barcelona. I'll just wait till Barcelona can stump up some peas for him. I don't know. Linda wants Aloisi. I think Hazard would agree with you on that one. Hazard was talking about him a little while ago. Allegedly, he might have a £35 million release clause. At £35 million, I think he's a good signing. Is he the guy? Is he the one that I want? Is he the one I want? Fuck you. Is he the one I want? Is Aloisi the one I want? No, 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 no. Dan, where's Buster Rhymes tonight? You sent him China. Man's spinning on the stick now, bro. Man's next door chilling, bro. Buster Rhymes is chilling next door, bro. I'm surprised he ain't started calling True like to the country, like, rah, 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 rah. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I think he likes the sound of my voice, bros. He can hear me right now, bros. He's literally through that wall, so he can hear me, innit? He's just listening to the sound of my sweet voice, innit? And I think that does him. When I go silent, you start getting him. Oh, oh, oh. He starts doing some madness. That he turns into Lassie for a hot minute. I'm not gonna lie. He does start doing that whole Lassie on me, guys. Man United. They're getting rid of Harry Kane. Probably will be getting rid of. We'll be signing Harry Kane. But Man United, will it be Osman or Harry Kane as their main striker in the summer? Apparently, Ten Hag is 50-50. Milan Kovic-Savic allegedly tonight is the guy behind a £55 million bid from guess who? Newcastle United Football Club. Nottingham Forest are close to Chris Wood. This is on loan with an obligation to buy, I do believe, at the end of the season. Liverpool are now outright clear favourites to sign Bellingham in the summer. This is according to various sources, ex-professionals. I don't know. Feeling as a motherfucker, I would say there's something into this Liverpool and Bellingham most definitely now. But then again, Liverpool still get linked to Salcedo. Again, like I said to UE, hard to believe everything at the moment. Tottenham have bid for Pedro Porro, £40 million. The Sporting CP right back. He looks decent, especially in the Champions League. Newcastle have bid for 15-year-old Sunderland wonder prick Chris Rigg. Sounds like a fucking Tyneside as well. Harry Maguire is available. Villa and West Ham are watching this situation. Adama Traore, the Wolverhampton winger, has told Wolves he'll be leaving at the end of the season on a free. He could be on his way to Italy. Napoli and Juventus are watching the situation. Juventus, all of their board are officially gone. They resigned. They're gone. They are gone. Who's this? Leeds and Leicester are agonizingly close to a guy that UE likes. Azadine Anari, the Morocco midfielder. Cedric is in Fulham. Is in Fulham having talks. Brilliant. Go disappear. Alejandro Garnacho, just thought I'd like to say I kind of like that winger at Man United, 18 years old. Anyway, we can get him to Arsenal. I would put the £60 million on Diarby on Garnacho's head right now, and he's running out of contract. Bollocks. Alejandro Garnacho though rejects new Man United contract. Could that be true? Sterling, Gallagher, Ziyech, among about 5 or 6 people that can leave Stamford Bridge this window. Chelsea now want to recruit some of that money. I'm going to keep this moving straight into, yes, police probe Juventus over transfers. This will start unfolding over the next few weeks as well. Fake Declan Rice bid incoming. Arsenal will not compete for Rice when Chelsea enter the deal. Moussa Diarby, 65 million, gets the job done. Zinilo has been linked to Arsenal and Tottenham at around the price tag of 35 million. Has William Saliba turned down a newer deal at Arsenal? Real Valladolid, right back, 15 million pounds. He's yours, but we want him back on loan to the end of the season, obviously. Rafinha, Barcelona will do a deal now for the Brazilian winger, 95 million pound. And there he goes. £95 million is what they're asking. Yeah, he's loud, isn't it? Barca are ready to sell Torres. Arsenal fans, start coming in your pants. Torres could be on his way. £30 million. Them dog! Shut up! No! Don't you fucking talk in that tone to me, boy! Shut it! Good boy. Spurs 1, Man City 1 tomorrow, man. Then yes, that turns me on. That would turn me on, bros. That would be the ultimate kick in. Man City need a result, bros. They actually need to go out there and beat someone up 3-0. Just for the goodness of it. I was going to say the same. Interesting. Fingers crossed, Linda. Don't know. Absolutely. That would be. Oh my god, that would be another tantalizing. Of no one likes us, we don't care. We're Arsenal. We're going to make the rest of them disappear. Woo, woo. Facundo. I don't want to mention his name today. Yes, I've been hearing his name pop back up today, brubs. £22 million. Between 18 and £22 million. Sorry, I forgot to say there's another country I wouldn't do business in if I was a football owner. MLS. Next. Shouts out to the big dog next door. Shouts out to you, E, to Linda, to Daniel, to Hazard that popped in to say good evening. And then see you, E, and said au revoir. No, I'm joking. But this guy is definitely a good player. Arsenal's answer to Ho-Min Sin. Ho-Min Son. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Same way I don't know if Arsenal are going to sign anyone this January. There is a couple of interesting bits. As I said, Man United, English teams have already eclipsed over £300 million in sales. Nottingham Forest are still looking to spend more money. Chris Wood incoming. Newcastle have bid 55 million allegedly for Milankovic Savic. They want a midfielder in ASAP. Shelby is out and Bruno Guimaraes is out for a couple of weeks. At least they're trying to do things in the right way. 22, no, that's mad. I know, bruv. What do you mean, mad in a good way? Because I think it's mad in a really dodgy way, bruv. Like, it's like we don't mind just dashing away 22 million. If it works, we're geniuses. If it doesn't, don't worry about it, guys. It sort of smells like too much like that to me. Like, if it works, bruv, congratulations. We are agents of the year. We're super agents. We are agents of the year. And if it don't work, well, do you know what? It's just 22 mil. We'll be all right, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? We needed an extra body in. And someone else to think about, do you know what I mean? Someone else for the scouts down at Man United and everyone else to think about before games, do you know what I mean? Unknown quantity. Fuck off. Unknown quantity. Yeah, bros. I'd give you 12 million and a fucking McDonald's. Seriously, I'd give you 12 million and a Big Mac meal. Definitely. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's where the chocolate milkshake is doing all right. Seriously. Do you know what I mean? And that's for him, the fucking animal. But yeah, guys. Yeah, do you know what? I'm literally about to say the same. It is almost time because I'm so eager to see if I can get 3 videos of adverts. Imagine 3 videos in a row of adverts. I'll be like, oh my god, they love me now. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, guys, nothing to report. Arsenal allegedly have been offered Trossard. Again, with nothing to report, I'd say we've probably said thank you, but fuck you to Brighton and Hove Albion. Are we interested in anyone else? There is 3 Premier League teams in a tussle allegedly for Salcedo. Now, Brighton have said and are kicking and screaming they don't want to let their midfield general go in this window. But I don't know. He's screaming Liverpool. Liverpool are rumoured to be after him. But then we're hearing today Liverpool have almost certainly got a deal done for Bellingham. I don't think Liverpool can afford Bellingham and Salcedo unless they do just maybe. Then again, they've got old midfielders. Maybe they do need 2 midfielders, and they're thinking, you know what? We're going to put a big general or a little general because he ain't the most biggest geezer. He ain't the biggest geezer in the world is Salcedo, but just put a general like Kante alongside Bellingham, and we're going to start again next season. We're going to go again. We're going to go again and look different. Because maybe the midfield has been what's really dried up for Liverpool. The Hendersons, the Milners, the Nebi Keiters, the who's the Brazilian fuck that Emery wanted? I can't remember his name no more. That little fucker anyway. They signed him for 43 mil. There's no link to Arsenal bro from Roma. Yes, I have seen that, but Tottenham are equally apparently sniffing over this deal between 25 and 35 million pounds. But I hear just as equally it's no deal if he signs a new contract to the club, which allegedly, like sources are saying, he's quite happy to do so. So I don't know. He's Italian. He's from Roma. They've offered him a new deal. Unless Mourinho's pissed him off for some reason, or it's down to game time. Because I know Dybala was struggling to get into the team. Tammy Abraham is nothing more than a backup dancer these days. Oh, God, don't start because he'll be back in the Premier League soon. So, yeah. I don't know. I do like this Danilo, though. As scared as I am from Italy, as scared of players that I am, as I am from Italy, I definitely like Danilo. There's something about him. He come off the bench recently for them. And talk about someone that changed the game single-handedly. I don't know. I've got time for this guy, most definitely. If there was anyone that I had to fuck with in Italy at this moment, it wouldn't be, I don't think, Milankovic Savic. I would more go for someone like Danilo. I think he's more in the position of what we need someone. But in saying that, bros, he looks like a classic number 10 to me. He's the kind of striker that comes from deep and likes to link up and fuck around along the way to where the goal is. I don't know. I haven't seen him enough. I've seen him a few times. I think he's a fucking interesting player, though. And at 23 years old, Um, I don't know. I'd look into it. I'd seriously look into it. But guys, please, please, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. It's ever so important you get the likes on the video for me, people. And yeah, and if you haven't seen any of the real ones that haven't seen the videos, the last two have got ads. Let's see if we can get this one to get some ads as well. Right, 40 minutes in. Has anyone got any questions for me? Has there been any other rumors that I could have missed today? Similar to like this Saliba story that really hit me just half an hour before I went live. He's a good man, like a mother that type. Just bad injuries. 25 mil. I'll take a chance for sure. Okay. He's definitely got energy, bro. So he's definitely got that kind of. When he entered the pitch, when I don't know, I think they were 0-0 with someone, or they could have been 1-0 down, and he might have fucking just come on and created one, scored one. They won 2-1. I don't know. It's in the last month. I was watching a random Italian game, bored off your nut as you do, and Zaniolo entered the pitch, and everything changed, bro. It's like I'm talking. It seemed like everyone on the pitch, like from Pellegrini, everyone on the pitch just seemed to respond when this motherfucker come on, and I definitely did notice that. But it is almost time to disappear. Let me see what the phone is saying. Shout out to the real one. Shout out to everyone in the group. Hope no one's in their feelings this evening, just on the stream, guys, as you do. Luco is telling me he's going to watch. Where are you, Luco? Where are you, Luco? What else is going on? Where are we? Let's have a quick check on what's up, Princess. Okay, babe, I'll call you when I'm on my way to the manor tomorrow. Grievo, heard Jesus' injury is going to be longer than expected. You heard anything? But I heard this pretty much right at the start. Like, I heard it could have been the whole season. I don't know. I was hoping it was just mischievous people making mischievous noises because it's Arsenal Football Club. But the more I hear nothing on his return, I get suspicious. And Arsenal have kind of done this before, bros. They'll let you know that a player's injured, but after the transfer window is done, they'll announce it on February the 12th or something. By the way, there's been a delay in the recovery of our star striker Gabriel Jesus, and it turns out he'll be out for probably about 3 months from now. So I don't know. I'm expecting a bombshell sometime at the start, middle of February, the latest, of some kind of bad news on Gabriel Jesus feeling as a motherfucker. But anything else isn't concrete. I can't confirm. But feeling as a motherfucker, bruvs, I'm telling you, I think as soon as the transfer window's closed and it's just Eddie up there by himself, we're going to announce a bit of heartbreaking news on the fans. And I wonder why Arsenal will do that. I honestly ask myself the question, if I'm right on this, and shouts out to you, Grievo, on that question, if I'm right on this, I find that sad in a year that we've got a genuine chance of winning the Premier League title. I find it genuinely sad, genuinely disturbing that why I would neglect a position like I know a goalkeeper is just as important when you're trying to win a league title. But fuck, motherfucker, if you ain't got a striker, you don't score goals, motherfucker. I don't know. Like you need strikers and strikers with the S on the end, man. The amount of sitters in Ketia had against the scum pissed Brabs. Yes, Brabs. Literally, he had 3-4 chances that he should have banged all of them away. Eddie's going to prove to be a myth in football, Brabs. Eddie is not that good in it. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. When Eddie does find himself at Brighton and Hove Albion or Crystal Palace, that's when his career starts for me. Eddie is in a pond that is, again, I've mentioned this is another one I'm going to say twice tonight. Eddie is in a pond that's way too big for him. But when Eddie finds his medium in life, and his medium is out there, Vieira, Crystal Palace, there's Egby, Brighton, even David Moyes down fucking West Ham. Like when he finds his medium, Eddie Nketiah might be an alright player. Right now, for me, he's not fit for a title race. Right now, for me, I couldn't give a fuck if he was out of the next couple of games. Play Emil Smith out there. Couldn't give a fuck. How's about that? I agree, Gravo. Everyone's slating Lloris, but he hold on, what? But he saved 2 big chances from Ketia. Most definitely, Bubs. 2 very big chances, like 1-on-1. Well, one of them was almost a 1. Whoa. The first one was sort of like, yeah, bit of an unfortunate bounce. It come back over. The only thing Eddie done well there was anticipating when Romero was just spinning, like, where's this ball going to land? Duh. And Eddie sort of followed where it was going to go. Bang, left-footed. That should have been a goal. Bang. That was disgusting from Eddie. And then the rest of the chances weren't really. I don't know. I will never trust Eddie and Ketia in it. I don't know. Never ever will. And as for Arsenal Football Club, still having just one striker in a season important as this one, Man United tonight have blessed us by slipping up. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable. And I honestly do believe it's going to be the same. We haven't learned our lesson from last January, and we will sign no one this January. I can't think of anyone out there that will realistically take a proper punt on. Diarby at 65 mil. He's not worth that money. He plays in Germany. Please don't give me a headache. Unless we don't go and spend like £20 million on that fucker Fernando Torres from the MLS, I can't think seriously anything that Arsenal could be doing now. We had one plan, Mikhailo Mudryk. We fucked that, so I don't think there's much out there for us, guys. Wilfried Zaha on a free at the end of the season. We've been offered Trossard. We don't want to pay the money for Trossard either. I don't really want Trossard. I don't think Trossard is what we need to win the Premier League title. I believe we need a winger, someone that can create goals, and a central midfielder. Because again, I don't believe, and again, this is only what I believe. I don't believe Xhaka and Partey will play every game between now and the end of the season. And I don't like what we've got to serve up if anything goes wrong in the central midfield department. No way. Matt, you little rat. What do you want, bruvs? And why are you here, bitch? Remember this mug wanted Vieira to replace Super Mikel Arteta. Why not? Give Vieira the 3.5 years that he's had, bruvs. Give Vieira the same P, bruvs. We're in the same position. Shut your mouth. Next. You all laughed at me when I said the gaffer was here to create a dynasty. Bruvs, we haven't even qualified for Champions League yet. So, Breda, princess, slow down. Princess, you, slow down. As of this moment, we ain't even qualified for the Champions League, so shut your mouth, innit? I'm sure we're going to. I'm sure we've got it this year. I'm sure we've got it on the lock and key. But do we play Champions League football? No. We're still on Channel 5, prick. Shut your mouth. Tammy Abraham, what about him, brothers? Don't disgust me. That's like Matt Guendouzi saying Tammy Abraham will come into a part of this dynasty and make it fucking Dallas. You? Would you still want? Brothers, you're never fucking... Let's go away. Derby is underwhelming, man. 75 million. Man is way too much. Prefers Zaha to Diarby. I have to admit, I prefer Zaha to Diarby as well, to be honest with you. He's got 10 years Premier League experience. And Diarby plays in Germany. That's all I'm going to say. His 59 or 60 goals in 170 games or 168 games, something like that, doesn't make me want to spend 65 million on this guy when we couldn't get a G like Mikhailo Mudryk over the line. That day, I don't know. I'm still struggling to go to sleep at night. Like, I'm still like waking up in the middle of Mikhailo! Do you know what I mean? Dog barking. He probably said as well, Mikhailo, who's a fucking big cunt? I know, bros, it's a bit deep, innit? That's why I said I don't want no one now. We got Reece Nelson, bros. We got this. We got Emil Smith-Rowe coming back. We got this. I don't know. I don't even know if I want any signings, bros. I don't want someone like a Fernando Torres. I don't want us to risk all of that money on another Pepe like Diarby. Like, I don't know if France and Germany are kind of similar. No, bros, don't do it to me. It's going to give me a panic attack. It's going to make me have sleepless nights. It's not good for my head, bros. Seriously. Josh was absolutely devastated when he heard the whole thing. How devastated was he, bros? He was that devastated that £9.7 million didn't come out of the Arsenal coffers, innit? He blocked his number right in front of me. I can tell you he was hurting inside. So why didn't we put the £9.7 million down? Because it was too much, bros. It was too much money. It worked out at like 400 or 500k a game. And I suppose, and then you got to pay his wages. On hindsight, yeah, this deal probably wasn't for us financially. In a season, though, when you can win the league, if I was the guy in charge, would I have took the risk? Fucking right, I would have took the risk. I got balls like that. I would have said, you know what, fuck it. This is going to pay us back. We win the league, this pays us back. Let's go for it. Let's do it right now. That's probably the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard you write, bruvs. Or seen you write, sorry, rather. And you write a lot of shit. Did Inside played you with Mudrak deal. What? Did Insider play with Mudrak? Just like he made a fool of you over DSAM. No, that was your mum trying to blow me, brother. Next. Thuram for 8 million isn't bad business. It isn't, no way. But again, he's a guy you can have for 0 million in the summer. But I get it with add-ons and dusting down wages and dusting down agents and signing on fees and everything. Would it be a smart move if you actually wanted this guy to get it done now? Probably yes. My fear is in a season from next January, we're sort of looking at this prick thinking, shit, you're Lacazette, ain't you? Fuck off back to Nice or Lyon or somewhere that's your level, bruvs. I don't know. For me, again, he plays in that ever such classical place that I don't like. Do you know what I mean? Even though I'd probably take a Van Indica, I don't want anyone from Germany, UE. That includes Thuram. That includes Diarby, okay? So you can name anyone you like from Germany, bruvs. I don't know. Leroy Sané, don't know. I don't like many people out of the Bundesliga, bruvs. I think of Jadon Sancho. When I think of Bundesliga, I think of Jadon Sancho, I think of Said Kolasinac, and I think about the poor bastard that's about to spend 130, 140 million pounds on Bellingham. Because I tell you what, bruvs, even the wonderful Jude Bellingham could have a little bit of a culture shock when he makes his debut in the English Premier League, bruvs. He might be English, bruvs. His passport might be English, bruv. But he's never played a game in the Premier fucking League. He murks it in Germany. Exactly. Look decent in the World Cup. Yes, he is a guy that looks to. I would say he's got a turn of pace. I would say he's got the Manuel Adebayor inside him. When I say that, I mean he's likely to score a few goals when he needs to earn a contract for. Do you know what I mean? Something probably been bad said about him in the press or whatever. Apart from that, bro, this guy's 25, 26. Apart from being Lilian Thuram's son, I don't know that much about him. I can tell you a lot about his dad, and his dad was a right back, and he goes way back. But him, I don't know. In fact, if you ask his own father about him, I don't think fucking Lilian has got too much to say about his own son as a striker. So I don't know, bros. I don't know about Lilian's son. Lilian's son is not for me. But he could be for other Arsenal fans. Lilian would be interesting if he went to a team like Newcastle. But would he even get into Newcastle's team? They've got Wilsons. They've got their own people there. I don't necessarily think Newcastle would need Lilian's son. I don't think Arsenal need Lilian's son. Lilian, that was a beast of a right back, though, is Lilian, isn't it? Mr. DT, come back from prison, a changed man, gets more views than you, gets more donations than you, and he still beats up more gal. And he still beats down them gal, innit, bros? You fucking idiot. Shut your mouth, bros. So I'll see you going Chelsea, I reckon. Yes, Liverpool can't surely. They ain't just got an open checkbook, Liverpool. They can't. Like, I'm hearing Bellingham seems to be done to Liverpool. And it's going to be in the summer. So Liverpool, chill out now. Jurgen Klopp will think, you know what? They got me Cody. I'll be cool. I'll wait till the summer. I'll get my guy Bellingham. But if truth being told, I think Liverpool do need at least 2 class central midfielders to get even close to where they was a season ago. I think Liverpool need up to 2. And I think if they bring in someone from Germany, that I think that could be a bit of a liability for a few months, I think they should get a Premier League general alongside him. And I think Salcedo would be a massively smart signing for Liverpool also. Bring Gnabry back. Bru's problem is for me, he plays in Germany. I don't trust anybody. I don't know if you've listened to the last 10 minutes, Bruz. I don't trust no one that plays in Germany. I think, Gnabry or Sani? Gnabry or Sani? I'll take Sani, to be honest with you. I don't trust Gnabry. I remember his loans at West Brom. I don't know. If you ask me on who is really shit a year ago, Brubs, would I take Gnabry? Yes. We're not as shit as we was a season ago, so I'm not so sure I want Gnabry anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. And he kind of did sign his new deal at Bayern, so fuck him. He's gone. Sane, Premier League experience. See, not everyone can say that. You know, Jude Bellingham is English. He's got an English passport. You can't say he's got fucking Premier League experience. Sane can say he has, and he was with Man City, one of the finer teams, one of the teams that did make him work. It was probably his lack of running off the ball, things like that, that probably lost him his Man City career, though. I'm sure Pep Guardiola wouldn't have let a 22, 23-year-old little Brazilian, little G of a winger just leave his club for absolutely no reason. It's also a week after he came back. Haven't heard back from him. He might still be in shock. I gave. No, he just don't like you guys. Rafinha will probably be most certain to bang good numbers for Leeds, but they gonna want pure add-ons. Exactly, bro. See, Barcelona would do business for us, see, because they've done us over many times on the add-ons teams. Manuel Petit, Mark Overmars, they had to give us add-ons for bare. See, bro, certain man had fucking retired from football. Kleb and Barcelona was still giving us add-ons. So I don't know. We owe them a deal that would manipulate them into add-ons, bros. I don't know. We probably owe them that. Shouts out to Memphis Depay. He's got a move to Atletico Madrid today. 5 million euros. Shouts out. I'm not a Memphis fan, and I also didn't want Memphis at Arsenal. But I don't know. I'm seeing 5 million euro deals getting done now, and I'm wondering if Arsenal are just getting caught with their pants down and just not signing no one just to spite me. But guys, we have got 4 minutes left of this stream. Shouts out to all the real ones like Grivo, UE, Linda, Hazard, Juma, Lumberkamp, all the real ones. Please get like Acres as well. WB. Anyone else I forgot, so sorry. But yeah, shouts out to you all. Please hit a like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. We've got a few minutes left. I'm unsure what we do and if we've got a genuine plan. I think we're looking at people, yes, but Arsenal do like to look busy. Thomas Lamar, Dusan Vlahovic last January. Arsenal like to look busy. It's like a girl that just got a job in Primark, do you know what I mean? And the manager's coming by. That bitch is picking up shit off the floor that weren't even there, like, do you know what I mean? So, and respect to that girl, sorry. But do you know what I mean? It's what happens. She could be at Marks and Spencer's, British Home Stores doing the same thing. She could be at fucking Morrison's doing the same thing. Manager comes along. Let me just pick up them Skittles from under the counter there. Yeah, lovely. Let's put them back up there. Let's dust that down. Lovely. Look at that. We'll be back on that till. Yeah, fucking lovely. Not a problem. And etc. But guys, yes, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I hope within the next couple of days I have something to bring you. And not just that sort of usual fakeness of, don't worry, Guendouzi said rice is coming in the summer. We're going to be cooking up Tilda in the summer. Get the Tilda rice out. Do you know what I mean? Get the woks out. We're cooking up rice and beans out here. Seriously, we're not even doing rice and peas. It's straight rice and beans. Do you know what I mean? Just for the Tilda occasion. Just for the rice eating man out here. Do you know what I mean? Just for West Ham. But guys, listen, it is time to go. Please get a massive like on the video. Could this be a video after third in a row with ads? Please, God, let's do this. Let's do this just for me. As I say, the Premier League is more than up and running. Over £315 million spent. And fuck, Chelsea are still going. I don't know how much is English. I reckon it's going to get to at least 450 mil before the end of the window. I reckon there's going to be 100 mil, another 100 million thrown on top of this, but easy. But we shall see. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I will see you at 10 p.m. tomorrow, unless Arsenal do something earth-moving, like sign a footballer, and I will be back in the building earlier. Please get a good like on the video, and even bigger fucking subscription. And yeah, peace out. Good night. See you tomorrow. Respect.